Guess what? I'm gonna brag for a second here. I'm not ashamed of this. Here's a screenshot from one of my students before he started PPC. Here's a screenshot after they started PPC. Wouldn't it be nice if you could launch your product on Amazon without doing a costly giveaway, just using PPC? Save yourself some money, save yourself some time, come on!
We have talked about launching products a couple times. We've talked about PPC a bunch.
Man.
Guess what? You don't really need to spend the money to launch your products.
Why is that, Kale? Because giveaways suck. Honestly, think about this. You are giving away your hard-earned inventory that you paid you went to work at your 9-to-5 job all day long, slaving away so that you could buy 500 units, and now you're gonna give away 150 of them right out the gate? That's pretty risky. That like makes my heart hurt just thinking about it.
But today, we have an answer, okay? We have an answer. I want like, I don't know, something to happen.
I want
right
Allen
here.
Iverson, the answer, to show up on stage.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Dunked on him. We've talked about a two-part launch strategy before, okay? Here's what we're saying. We're saying use PPC to launch. Don't use giveaways, and you will see what happens. But before you can even consider doing a launch.
2, 1, 0, and lift off, the final lift off of Atlantis.
A launch in general, to get to the first page, to start actually selling your products, you gotta make sure that a couple things all look good.
Before you can launch, you need to do a bunch of different things. This is a disclaimer, okay? This is just, I need to get this out there because I get 1,000 questions a day. Everyone's like, is it time for me to do a giveaway? I am ready to conquer Amazon and I must go forth with a giveaway. You gotta do this stuff first, okay? We're gonna go through it.
What you need is you need your listing to look good. Ooh. You need a good title. You need some good pictures.
Yeah.
You need some good bullet points. You need some good back-end keywords, people.
How can you get those, all that stuff? How can you get an optimized listing and good pictures? So shameless plug, we own a company called Honey Badger Boost. Because
Sponsored by.
Totally sponsored by. Honey badgers are badass. I don't know if you've noticed, but they're literally rated the #1 most badass animal in the whole wilderness. Like, check out this article. Check out this article. Taylor's gonna have to edit this, so I'm just gonna point so he has to put stuff in. But honey badgers are dope. That's why we named the company that. But basically, we're gonna help you do your listing, help you do your photography. But hey, you don't have to use us. Do it yourself, but you need to have an optimized listing and great photography before you even think about launching.
Now, one thing I do want to say is just, I think last week we released a product where I literally threw darts at a dart board blindfolded.
Yeah.
Couldn't see a friggin' thing.
No.
That video, we talk about a low bid ACOS hack.
Yeah.
Watch it. Do that from the second your listing goes live. You can have that campaign running before any of that stuff looks good because it literally does not cost any money. I mean, it costs a little bit, but not very much at all. Yeah. But after you get all of that stuff done, everything optimized, everything looking great, whether you use Honey Badger or whether you don't use Honey Badger, then we're gonna launch.
But wait, Taylor, you forgot something, and we just made a video about this too. Reviews. Do not launch without 10 reviews at first. Don't even turn on PPC.
I would say like 10 minimum.
Yeah, if you don't have 10 reviews, don't even message me and ask me, hey, should I turn on PPC? No.
You can message me. I'm a nice person.
I'm just kidding. I will be so nice to you. Message me. But anyway, don't turn on PPC till then. There's a few other things that we forgot, bro. We got to do a few more things.
Like what?
Like compare your listing to others. I know your mom always told you, look, Sonny Bob, don't compare yourself to anyone. You're the best. But on Amazon, you're not the best because you just started. And there are people making a ton of money who you need to emulate, who you need to be better than.
Right. My mom really did call me Sonny Bob in high school. But besides the point, so what you're going to do is for the keywords that you're going to, in the future, launch for, you're going to scroll through and you're going to look at their pictures. Yep. You're going to look at their title. You're going to look at their bullet points. You want to make sure that you fit in. Your goal on Amazon is obviously to have great pictures, great titles, everything optimized, looking professional.
Yep.
But the good thing about Amazon is that you have so much data to work with. You know what's working. You know what's not working. If they're on the front page, then it's working, and you need to make sure that you fit in with them. And this goes back to the review thing, Kale.
It's so true.
If no one on the front page has less than 50 reviews, then you need to have at least 50 reviews.
Think about it. Think about it this way, okay? You are literally jumping the line, okay? You are in a line you're signing up for the Lion King. I don't know, you're on freaking Broadway, and you're like, I'm gonna get tickets for the Lion King. And everyone at the front of the line is wearing like nice clothes. They're in suits. They are looking fly. They freaking dressed up for the Lion King. I don't know why they dressed up for the Lion King. And you decided, I'm just gonna jump the line, and I'm wearing this. So I'm gonna jump the line. You are gonna stand out so bad in a bad way. The cops are gonna come, they're gonna take your stuff.
Yep.
If you wanna jump the line and be one of the VIPs who get in first, you have to look the part. You have to have reviews, you have to have pictures, you have to have a listing. That was a great analogy, and I literally thought that off the dome. So if you like that analogy, I need you to comment below this right now.
So once you have all that, once you're looking fly and dope in line for the Lion King, then you can start your launch. And this is what we want to talk about. So normally, you know, in the past, in our business, this is kind of the point where we're looking at viral launch. Other people use services like ZonJump. You're starting to look at these. Now, we've always run PPC along with giveaways, but we've used giveaways as this extremely costly way to kind of jump to the front, to just jump that line, right? If I pay enough money to do giveaways, I can jump the line. And that's what we want to talk about today, of how to use PPC to just make that line go a little bit faster.
Exactly. So there are a ton of different ways to prepare your PPC. We have it down to a science, and it's all in 9 University if you guys want to check that out. But as you saw in the introduction where I hopefully hooked you so that you could watch till this point, I showed you one of our students just made literally $3,000 in 2 weeks extra that they were not making before because they optimized their PPC using what we teach. So Taylor, give them an overview of what we teach. It's kind of hard to explain the whole process, but give them an overview.
The overview is that when you start PPC, when you're starting your launch in this case, right? Yeah. What you have to do is you have to gather data. Yeah. Now, we gather data from a whole bunch of different places. We use merchant words, okay? There's a lot of trash being talked about merchant words. We still use it, and it still works. We use viral launch keyword research. We use seller.tools. We've used Keyword Inspector. We've used all of these different places to try to get data, because no one's going to buy anything if we don't know what keywords they should be buying off of. So what we're going to do is we're literally going to put down, I don't know, we teach 4 or 5, but basically as many different places as you can get data from. You're going to make that many manual campaigns, all with all the different keywords, and some of the keywords are going to be the same. That's understandable. But you're going to make all these different manual campaigns with all these different words because you're trying to gather data.
So you got your data. You're like, I got all these keywords. I got lists on lists on lists. What do you do with that data? So this is another thing we walk through step by step in videos in our course, but you basically have to get them into manual campaigns and an automatic campaign. And then, more importantly than all of that, it has to stay optimized. You have to have someone or something watching it and making sure that it stays optimized.
And we've actually done a video on this. Optimizing PPC has a whole bunch of things. I think in our video we went through, what, like 7 steps?
Yeah, something like that.
Something like that.
Maybe 49.
But it's everything from removing bad keywords to increasing bids on good keywords to decreasing bids on average keywords to moving things from broad campaigns to phrase campaigns to exact campaigns, moving them all over the place, optimizing PPC. Now, the good thing is we're kind of going on a small tangent just about PPC right now, not about launching. But there's a piece of software that is amazing that will do all of it for you, and that software is called
Techometrics. And there's a code below here that says free 30-day trial. And I think if you sign up for the free 30-day trial, I get $20. So thank you for supporting me and my life.
We're just being honest about it. It's an affiliate
We
link.
like to be honest. Anyway, I tried to get you guys a better discount, but the guy won't mess with me. I was like, hey, guess what? I will send you all this traffic and tons of people to sign up. He's like, I don't care. All you get is a free trial, so whatever.
But we love you at Techometrics. If you want to give us a better code, we'll gladly take it, and we'll gladly tell people to go there. So that's all about PPC. And what this whole video is about is using that PPC, those PPC campaigns. It's really, really weird right now because I have a monitor right here that I can look into and see what the goes on camera. And all I see is just in my peripherals, I see Kale standing like above my shoulder like a creepy monster. Anyway, after you got these PPC campaigns running, this is what you're gonna do to launch. You're using this. Now, it does take a little bit longer to launch than using Viral Launch, ZonJump, something like that. It does, but it saves you money, and that is key.
Other benefits of this strategy, I'm gonna lay a few out here. Ready? Number one, you only got a small amount of inventory because you just started Amazon FBA and you didn't want to pony up for 1,500 units. Makes sense to me. PPC allows you to keep those units and allows you to divvy them out slower so that you don't go out of stock, that you start ranking slower, but also steadily towards your goal.
Number two, it allows you to actually maintain your cash flow, okay? Maintain your cash flow. So if you do happen to order a low amount of inventory, which we also don't recommend, but if you do, it maintains your cash flow so that you can order more product as you go instead of having to wait a month to get all your money back. Number three, what this also does is we have taught so much. We did a video in Whole Foods about it, but about Longtail Keywords. What PPC is going to do, getting all of your research from all those different sites that we talked about earlier and getting all that data, is you are going to learn what Longtail Keywords your product converts for, and you could potentially, instead of trying to decide what keywords, what Longtail Keywords you're going to launch for, right? Instead of trying to figure that out to begin with, what it's going to allow you to do is increase your bids, increase your daily budget for those specific long-tail keywords that you really want to get to number one for. And it's going to allow you to do that without wasting a whole bunch of money and not without figuring it out at first.
I hope you guys just listened to my man and what he said right there, because if you heard that, comment below, because that was a gem, okay? Think about it. It's the difference between guessing, oh, maybe these keywords will be great. Maybe I should launch for these keywords, and knowing 100% for sure. My keyword converts for this at this rate. Every time, the click-through rate, the conversion rate, you have all that data. So then when you're ready to do your giveaway, which we're going to talk about now, we're not totally bashing giveaways. When you're ready to do your giveaway, you have all the data you need.
Now, I do kind of want to give a disclaimer right now. We're talking about how PPC is great and it doesn't cost as much money and there are all these benefits. Here's the thing, PPC still costs money. And here's the thing, we have seen, Kale and I have seen way too many people just blow all of their money on PPC. You have to be careful. You have to continuously be optimizing. For one day, you look in your PPC campaign and you spent $17 on something and didn't convert a single purchase, take it out.
You gotta take it out, and you gotta have good...
Take it out.
You gotta have good guidance, guys. I'm not saying that, okay, let's just be totally transparent. We have an Amazon course. It's linked below. If you want it, that's great. But the thing is like I showed you in the introduction, this is real. This is real people's lives. If I would not have literally messaged that student and said, hey, your he sent me that screenshot I showed you. I said, hey, run the PPC section, and he made $3,000 the next week. That is real. That's not me making crap up, right? So get someone to guide you who knows what the heck they're doing with PPC and what the heck they're doing with giveaways, because if you don't, you're going to waste money. And we did it before, and that's why I get so passionate about it. It's not because I'm trying to sell you something. It's because it hurt me when we gave away 1,000 units and it didn't return what we wanted it to do. It hurt me when I wasted $200 on PPC one day and I could have had $200 of profit. That stuff sucks. So get some guidance.
So we've gone over this before, but before you launch, you got to make sure that your reviews match, your title match, your products match, or not your products, your pictures match, your bullet points match, all of that matches. Make sure that, you know how Kale talks about that line to wait to see Lion King. Make sure you got on a dope suit and you're looking fly while you're in that line so you don't stand out, right? Then that is when you run all those PPC campaigns, but that is also when you can do a launch. We don't want to completely bash launches. We have used launches. I don't know, depending on in the future whether we'll use them or not, but launches are still great. They still work because at the end of the day, they do still jump that line.
And so from there, like I said, you've done a PPC launch, you have a bunch of data, and then you can use tools like seller.tools to find the number that you need to give away for each keyword. And we've made other videos about this, about targeting long tail keywords. You can target more niche keywords if your budget is small. You can target more competitive keywords if your budget is big. But basically, you're going to pick a few keywords, 2, 3, 4, 5, and launch for those keywords.
Yep. And in the past, we have always used Viral Launch for launching.
Yep.
Now, when we first started our first product or two, we tried to do giveaways ourselves. You can do it, but it's hard.
It's really hard.
It's hard. It's finding people. It's doing the giveaways. It's difficult. In my mind, I had a student ask me like literally 2 or 3 days ago, hey, if I'm only trying to give away like 100 units, should I pay the $400 for Viral Launch? I said, heck yes, you should. That $400 is well worth the hours and hours and hours that you will spend trying to give away 100 units, making sure they use the right keywords, making sure that it's actually benefiting you, whereas you can pay that and have it all done for you.
Yeah, just trust me. You don't want to go through the hassle of creating a 2-step super URL, making sure everyone clicks the 2-step super URL, making sure you made the thing right in the first place, and then watching it all happen and making sure it's all redeemed. It's just a pain in the butt. It's worth $400. Check out Viral Launch for those launches.
We are not paid by Viral Launch, but Viral Launch, if you want to pay us, we'll gladly take it.
And that's basically it, guys. Like, this video is kind of a comprehensive thing. It's saying, look, PPC is the way to start, PPC is the way to go, but when you get there, when you're thinking about that launch, there is a lot of different stuff you have to think about. And that's what we tried to make in this video. And I hope it was engaging.
Yeah.
And if you're still here, what do they gotta do? I always ask for this. Ask them for what we need.
I want to get really close to the camera and make my eyes really wide so they're like puppy dog eyes. Will you guys please subscribe to us? I'm kidding! You guys should subscribe to us. We're amazing. We're not trying to toot our own horns, but we just want to help people. We just want to do it. And so subscribe, check us out, hit the bell, get notified, do whatever.
Get in our Facebook group.
Facebook group.
Start blowing us up.
Talk to us. We want to talk to you.
Yeah.
We want to hear you. Listen, there is a Gary Vee quote that I think I've talked about 1,400 times.
Popping a Gary Vee quote.
Gary Vee quote says, the people who do it themselves get caught up in the fame, caught up in the money, and end up nowhere.
That's right.
The people who take other people with them are the people who have true success.
Right.
Guys, that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to take people with us. We're trying to not do this alone. We want to do this. We want to teach you how to do it. Subscribe, join our Facebook group, join us, be with us.
Yo, they're coming with me right now. I'm taking them.
Wait,
I'm taking them out of the studio.
Where you don't.
We believe.